Yo, what up, Kenny? Kenny? Ayo! Thank you for the 33 months in the tier 3. Let's get some monies goings. Some of the monies. Do 45 streams. Holy moly. Focus. Focus. Boom. Hope you're having a good day. Also, prove it. Anyways. What are we doing today? I don't know. What up, Jake? How you doing? What's all this crap? I don't know. I'm not looking at it, though. Bye-bye. Okay. Back to finishing up. Good luck, Quigs. Alright, what do we still have to do here? Nightmare Dungeon events. And Chaos Waves. Alright. Sure, why not? Beep, beep. I did see that you posted something. I'll have to watch that later, but that's exciting. That's what, only a couple weeks away? That's hype.
No fears, dear.
That's what, mid-January?
To the task.
February? Dang, something's January. I must have been confusing it with a different show. Still pretty close. Alright, boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. I saw goblins over there, but I don't know how to get over there. I hope a pack of goblins didn't spawn outside of the dungeon. That would be sad.
Do you really believe
Guess who's off probation? I saw that. Congrats. It's exciting. Beep, 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 beep. Yes, I have to make that noise every time I pick up an item. It's the new rule. How am I today? Pretty good. How you doing, Gunna? Yeah, how do I get to those goblins up there? You got a grandfather's legendary power on your Stormhorn? Hell yeah. I assume Stormhorn is good for your build? I don't know. So I'm really hoping this dungeon wraps around here somehow, but I'm skeptical. Playing the Orsvain Ball Lightning. I don't know what gear it requires. So Stormhorn is the one that makes him shoot forward, the Super Ball one, right? And Ockens is the one that makes it spin around you. Oh yeah, it does go that way. Okay, good. Good, good, good. I was about to say thank you for sharing the stream, and then I realized my chat thing says Rizarje shared the stream. It seems like it does that once per stream for some reason, and I don't know how or why. Just like an automatic thing. Because I didn't do shit. Oh, you don't say. You don't say. That was,
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. That was the most poignant chat message I've ever read. You have a question? What does doing the Echo of Hatred give you? So Lilith, the first time you kill her, every season, does give you a Resplendent Spark. Beyond that, not a damn thing. Other than bragging rights? Unless there's like a seasonal journey thing that says like, go kill Lilith on Torment 4 or whatever. But, yeah. As far as like loot, just the Spark the first time, and after that, nothing. I think now she gives gold or something, at least. This season 2, is it 2 sparks? Okay. What is that game? This is Diablo 4. Don't matter difficulty? Nope. As long as you're on Torment, it does not matter. And you can't do her before Torment, so. Yeah, if you want an easy spark, just go do it on Torment 1. Easy peasy. Is the ultimate pre-order worth it? If you like cosmetics, that's really all you get with it. I always do it because I like the game, so I want to support them. But I understand why a lot of people wouldn't want to spend extra money on that kind of stuff. Bow, 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 bow. Double chest. Good thing next expansion, Lilith's on our side. I'm curious how that's going to work out. I wonder if she'll be a romanceable NPC. Did I ever craft it? I have not crafted a Mythic Prankster, but I have played with people who did craft them, so I know it's possible. Opinion on Rogue? It's not my favorite character, but I don't dislike it. You're doing it for the completion towards your platinum trophy. Gotcha. Yep. Paladin damage is stupid. Only 40 try. True. I mean, it's not just to try it. It's to pre-order the expansion. You get to try it early. It's different. But I do expect them to bring Paladin down a little bit, but I don't think it's crazy, like, overpowered compared to other classes. Maybe like, I don't know, 10-15% higher from what I've seen. It's not like Spiritborn broken. I think they purposely did it like they did with Spiritborn. It's possible. But it's not nearly as bad as Spiritborn was. Playing Rogan is frustrating? Frustrating how? Overpowered in the sense that all builds for it are really good? True. It's honestly, it's just the castle node is super broken. Most people think that they accidentally, like it was scaled for the previous armor and resistance values and they forgot to update it. I'm kind of surprised that it hasn't gotten tweaked yet, but I'm guessing it probably will when the tower launches next month. Alright, let's go sell some stuff. If playing Rogue, you suggest playing Dance of Knives. It throws out poison traps. Super fun. I did do Dance of Knives a couple seasons ago, and I really liked it. It was definitely the fastest leveling build I've ever played. Oop. Have they disclosed what the tower actually is yet? Yeah. People tested it on the PTR. So it plays similar to the way that the pit does right now, except it's guaranteed to have a certain, like a fixed number of like pylon shrines or whatever you want to call them. And it kind of functions like a Greater Rift in Diablo 3 did, in that like you're trying to fill a bar, and then once you fill the bar, the boss spawns, and you're trying to do it as fast as possible, and there's leaderboards associated to it. Yeah, so like the pit is kind of like Nephilim rifts, whereas the tower is going to be kind of like Greater Rifts. And they have said, because they're adding a competitive mode with leaderboards in the tower, that they're going to be able to modify the way that the pit works to make the pit play a little crazier, which I'm excited to see how that shakes out. Because they're not worried about, like, because the pit was always used as kind of like the measuring stick for builds, but because the tower is going to be that now they're going to make it to where the pit can be a little wackier. So that sounds fun. I don't know exactly what they have in mind when they say stuff like that, but hopefully it's good. Those bags didn't have much in them, did they? They need to make it easier to get those 4 passive amulets. So in Lord of Destruction, passives are going away. So I'm curious what amulets are going to look like. Because in the reworked skill trees in Lord of Hatred, passives are just not there at all. So maybe it'll give points to your active skills rather than passives. I don't know. But yeah, passives are going to be gone completely. Or at least that's what it looks like from the skill tree. And like, it's gonna be here fast. Like, holy moly. How increase divine gifts level? By doing the activity that they're associated to. So if you want to level up the Helltide one, just do more Helltides. That sounds kind of odd. They're doing a drastic overhaul. Does D4 have an auto collector for items? I mean, pets pick up like crafting materials and stuff, but if you mean like automatically picking up loot, no. Are they giving back runes for the skills? Are they giving back runes for the... Oh, you mean like Diablo 3 runes? Sort of. Sort of. Like, it's not going to be exactly the same way, like how you're going to have like your skills up here and then your runes down here. But each skill is going to have like 3 ways to modify it, and then like 2 modifiers, like 2 other options on the sides. Helltide's good for leveling divine gifts. For the overworld one, I think there's one specific to Helltides, right? This is the pit. This is the overworld. This is Helltide. Yeah, so it'll level up your essence of pain and essence of squalor for doing Helltides. But if you want to level up the essence of shadow or the essence of lies, you want to do the pit. If you want to level up the Undercity, you want to do essence of screams. Or if you want to level up essence of anguish or essence of screams, you want to do Undercity. So like the ones that you want to do here. Their activity specific to each. Yeah, yeah. Figured they're correcting their mistakes. It's similar. I mean, I can pull it up. On Diablo4.com, they have expansions, Lord of Hatred, and then down here they show the skill tree right here. So like you can see how like, so any of these, like it's one main path that has 3 options, 2 side paths that each have 2 options. So you can just pick one here, one here, one here. So for every skill, you're effectively going to have 3 decisions to make, and you can level the base skill up to 12 now. So that'll be interesting. They're doing giveaway for pally items. I don't really have anything to give away. I haven't been hoarding like I do in previous seasons. Like I have some stuff, but nothing really good. All right, let's get back in there. But yeah, so like I'm so excited to see what other changes have yet to be announced. How you doing, Anthony? I wonder if they will make it to where some skills power up others, like synergies. That would be cool. I always did like synergies in D2. Living the dream, hell yeah. Like we know that we're getting the Roderick Cube from D2, and that's pretty exciting. And then we're also getting the talisman system that kind of looks like small charms that go into like a different inventory. That dude's floating real high. How do I get you, dude? Why are you on the wall? He's cheating. Can I get him? I can't get him. And not your dream, probably someone else's? Gotcha. Is this dungeon done? I guess. I could go do the strong room. You need a Ring of Starless Skies for your build is popping? Nice. Yeah, so I got this on my pants. I basically have Starless Skies on my pants. What other things from D2 would you want to see come back to D4? Honestly, I would love to see the Diablo 2 style implementation of rune words, which they could use the runes that are already in D4 to do that, and just allow white items to start dropping again at high level, and allow them to have more than 2 sockets, and they would effectively be rune word bases, and then we could take the same runes, put them in a certain order, and it would basically give us like what I was calling an ancient rune word. I don't have any prankster keys. I did have one the other day, but I haven't gotten another one yet. Hi, Psychosa. You gotta get more int so your sword can move to Torment too? Hell yeah. Bam, 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 bam. Can you do something real quick? What do you want to do? A guild chest. So, back when Vessel of Hatred was getting ready to come out, somebody actually data mined the game and found an icon for a guild chest, like, on the map. So they thought for sure it was happening, and then it never happened. So I don't know what happened with that, but we definitely need some kind of, like, guild stash or clan stash or whatever it's called. What do they call it in this game? Clan. Yeah, clan stash. Definitely needed. You play 4 days but still didn't get... It's kind of an Immortal. I played Immortal when it first launched, but I haven't really played it since then. The legendary dungeon keys gives you anything decent because you found one earlier. So there's 2 different ones. So there are the blah, blah, blah. The Hidden Armory is good for ancestral gear. And the other one, the Treasure Breach, is really, really, really good for finding goblins and getting Obdicite. Like, crazy amounts of Obdicite. I just did one. I'm up to 70k Obdicite, and that was, like, from, like, 2 dungeons. So, that's pretty huge. I'm not finding, like, any world events in Nightmare Dungeons. Best game. I do like the game a lot. I still think that I prefer D2 to D4, but D4 is getting better every time they update it. Like, it's getting more and more fun. And D2 is not being updated anymore, so I lose interest much quicker than I used to. Best gamer? Hell yeah. Alright, let's just do some random ones and blast through them. Didn't mean it. Didn't mean it. You need some of that Red Bull? Same. Same. Since they got away from Powers Reskinned, you enjoy it much more? Yes. So, this season and last season were huge steps in the right direction. Because they've been shifting the power to, like, itemization and stuff. Like, between Chaos Armors last season and Sanctification this season. And, like, the modifying the end game rather than modifying our character. It feels so much better. How do you think Diablo 4 and Path of Exile 2? Who better? Here we go. Are you ready, chat?
Shampoo is better. I go on first and clean the hair. Conditioner is better. I leave the hair silky and smooth. Oh, really, fool? Really? Stop looking at me, Swan.
Anyways, both games are great. I really enjoy both of them. I hate, like, all the, you have to choose a side. I think both games are fantastic. In very different ways. Stop looking at me, Swan. What up, Zero? Yeah, like, I like both. I'm not gonna pick one over the other. They're both fun. PoE players are snobs. Some of them. There are cool PoE players, too, that don't shit on you for playing Diablo. They do exist. They're rare, but they exist. Yeah, like, I don't understand why it's so hard for people to understand, like, some people like playing more than one thing. Sometimes people want a game that's not as complicated or convoluted as PoE. You don't have PoE 2 and asking, this truly worth to buy. So PoE 2 is really good. It's much more difficult than Diablo. It's much more complicated and confusing. But I do think that there are a lot of systems in the game that do feel very rewarding. You do get more dopamine from like getting like a really good craft and that kind of thing, that stuff that Diablo doesn't really offer yet, although I'm hoping they will. Whereas Diablo, it's more fun to just like kind of turn your brain off and blast demons. It's faster paced, it's more arcadey, but it's also a lot of fun. It's Quinn and his D4 bad memes. So I definitely don't think Quinn is the worst, because he still comes back and plays D4 now and then. But yeah, the fact that he got a D4 tattoo, or a D4 bad tattoo, is kind of funny. Try and play this game on a CRT and the graphics will blow your mind. Wait. On a CRT? What year is this?
Couldn't have made it without you.
I gamed on a CRT in college like 20 years ago. PoE 2 isn't hard, it's just overwhelming. Yeah, like it's more complicated. Maybe hard's not the word. There are definitely more difficult boss fights and stuff, but like it's not that hard. It's just it's more involved. CRT still hit though, if you get a good one. Loving the Hammerden feels like D2 again? Yeah. More of a commitment? Yeah. I do want to get back to finishing the campaign at least this league in PoE. But like after hearing all the criticism about how the temples just don't really feel good in endgame and stuff, like I'm kind of hoping that they cook some more and like release like an update, and then I'll finish it up. You like being a dirty casual? True. Crusader came out? Paladin came out. Yes. It is the pre-order bonus for the next expansion that comes out in April. But if you pre-order the expansion, you can play it now. Try Rob's build and made my own. I'm using Makuna's build. Bow, 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 bow. This is the Paladin, yep. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You explained the currency to my buddy last night. He was appalled. Really? So, like, the currency stuff you're talking about in PoE, like, the currency stuff is kind of what I miss in this game. Like, 'cause when, like, good currencies drop in that game, that's where most of the dopamine comes from. Whereas in this game, really, the most dopamine you're going to get is, like, the really rare legendary runes and mythic uniques, and that's about it. Whereas, like, PoE, like, when a divine drops, it's always exciting. What Paragon I'm... And, so I'm not in a Rift. I'm just doing dungeons for the seasonal ranks, but I'm Paragon 215. You haven't heard Boys and Girls in like 15 years? My playlist is a little old. Riz is a little old. So, it is what it is. Got through pit 60 this morning. Finally. Nice. Makuna vs. Rob. Who's better builder? I don't think Rob makes his own builds. I think Rob translates builds and tweaks builds. I think Makuna is probably the better build maker. I think Rob's probably the better YouTuber. You're 43 yourself, so you got a year on me, Ronnie. I'm 42. Do I recommend Diablo 4 for new players? Yes. It's a pretty easy game to get into. Rob's an industry plant? Maybe. In D4, you gotta inspect the item to get your dopamine. Other games, you just get it from seeing the drop. That's true. Like a really good item, like when you get GAs, and then you check it out, and it's like, that's pretty good. Yeah. You can get some dopamine that way. Paladin, okay, once you purchase the pre-order for Lord of Hatred, yes, you can play it. You had planned on getting the expansion, but your buddy from the UK decided to crash with you this week? Gotcha. Yeah, like, that is one thing that I do miss about Diablo 2, is like when a helmet dropped in this game, it always just says helmet. But in D2, you have like all the different bases for it, right? So you can, I can't, like, there's caps and helms and shakos and like all the different names for them. And when certain ones drop, you know you can get excited for it immediately. Judgment build's fun. Just got enough CDR to stay in Arbiter now. Nice. My nephew bought it and keeps asking me to do stuff for him. Gotcha. Makuna's builder is super ticky. Is that supposed to say tricky? Were you watching builds? I'm currently using Makuna's build from Mobalytics. Too late to start now? No, this season's only been out for a week and a half. Can you believe the Dark Citadel content isn't accessible for couch co-op? Yeah, that is one of their biggest like mistakes, I think. Like that design or that system should have been designed first for couch co-op. I do hope that someday they evolve that system or do something with it, because like it was cool when it first came out to do it a couple times, and then it was like, okay, why is this here? I loved learning it and doing it the first time, but now it's like I have no reason to go back there. What are my glyphs in Sakura? My glyphs, that's a good question. What are they at? They're not super high. So 54, 54, 53, 52, 52. Still new myself, only been playing since August, but the game is easy as long as you're committed. Yeah. Like, it's easy to get into. There is a lot to master it, but it's not anywhere near as complicated as PoE. It is Firewall Firebolt Sork a couple seasons back. Super strong, but had to have good setups. Gotcha. Yeah, that's I generally will recommend to people, start with like a max roll build, and then once you're feeling like pretty good, and like then start working towards like one of the Mobalytics builds, because Mobalytics will generally give you more power. They're usually designed for like more min-maxing, whereas max roll is better for like learning and like more casual gameplay a lot of the time. Cop the game? Hell yeah. You get 2 levels per power-up in the pit right now. Is that a new thing? 2 level ups in the pit. So there is one of the divine gifts does give you an extra chance. Which one is it? Bam, 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 bam. This one? Yeah, always earn an extra upgrade in the pit if you use this, the Essence of Lies. When do we upgrade to an Icy Veins build? When you want a really, really bad build and you want to challenge yourself. You missed the Demon Hunter. So I've seen a lot of people, because I made a YouTube video on speculating what I think the next class is going to be. And a lot of people in the comments have talked about how they want it to be a Demon Hunter. And like, I liked the Demon Hunter. I just feel like there's too much overlap with the Rogue. So I don't see it happening. But, meh. If you're doing pits way above the base glyph level, yeah, that is true. If you do a high tier pit, you will get more upgrade chances. Monk has the same deal. It's too similar to the Rogue and the Spiritborn. Like, a lot of people are asking for like a witch, and I'm like, well, that's basically a sorceress and a necromancer. Like, people are asking for archetypes that we already have mostly covered. Sure, they're a little different, but like, we need another willpower class before we get anything else, because we only have the druid for the willpower. Every other like stat has 2. Amazon from D2, again, it's so similar to like the Rogue and Spiritborn. We already have 2 dexterity classes. Like, I love the Amazon. I just don't think we need it now. I think they should save that for later. A Beastmaster class? I mean, doesn't the Druid already kind of do that? You don't want a Demon Hunter, you just want something that plays as fast? I mean, you can get most characters in this game pretty fast. Like a sorceress can go crazy fast, but you can get most classes pretty fast in this game once you get gear and stuff. How many expansions did D3 have? Only 1. They were working on a second one, but they ended up not doing it, so they kind of scrapped it for parts, and they sold the Necromancer as a standalone pack and added the rest of the areas and stuff as like Greater Rift maps and that kind of thing. Yeah, like druids can summon ravens and wolves and that kind of thing, so they're kind of a Beastmaster. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, this is the first Diablo game that's had 2 expansions. Look up both deck characters to 60 and merge them for a new archetype. Why? Like, yeah, like we don't need a new class that's gonna do the same thing other classes already do. We need something that functions a little different. I don't know what that is, but they should have Witch Doctors. I feel like they if they were gonna do Witch Doctor, they would have done it with Vessel of Hatred, because the Witch Doctors are from the area, like they're from Nahantu. Need something that fucks. Yeah, we do. And looking like more expansions too. Yeah. I think we're going to get at least 3 more expansions after this, because like we started at level 100 and then they brought it back down to 50. I think we're going to level back up to 100, and that's when the game's probably going to end. That's my gut feeling. Unless the way that the community overall views this game, like even the haters, like if everybody comes back and the game becomes like amazing, maybe they'll keep it going beyond that. But I think right now the plan's probably 3 more. A dual main stat character? Maybe. Maybe. Turret system from Assassin's D2. Oh, yeah, the Assassin's traps. I mean, rogues have traps, though. Any 1GA can turn into a triple? True. Hi, sweetheart. You had the Founders Edition, played early access, played for about a month after, went back to Diablo 3. The Founders Edition? You mean the Ultimate Edition or what? A spell sword? Like a spell blade? I know Last Epoch has a spell blade. That could be cool. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things they could do. But yeah, John, if you haven't played it in that long, the game has changed dramatically since then. I highly recommend giving it another chance. It's pretty good now. It's very different. We'll suss it out, do it. Yeah, this season, like, a lot of people are saying it's their favorite season by, like, a large margin. It's a crazy build. It's alright, it's alright. There's some really cool Paladin builds. This build is on Mobalytics. This is Makuna's build. This is Hammer Kuna. How's this class so far? The Paladin's great. It's super fun. Very strong right now. I do think it's going to get tuned down a little bit. Although it's not as broken as, like, Spiritborn was. A large margin is called a Largin. I like it. Or is it a Largin? That's kind of more fun to say, but I could go either way. What about a medium margin? I think that's just a margin. Definitely grab this when you finally can. It is on sale right now. And there is also a bundle for the base game plus the expansion if you don't already have it. Thank you for the sub, appreciate it. You cleared a 120 yesterday, but now you think you called out unless you get a grandfather aspect or Shaco? Gotcha. Keep making stuff. Oh, you're sanctifying stuff? Enjoy the stream, you're gonna boot up your PS4 and play? Hell yeah. I'm not finding, like, any events in dungeons. I guess I still have some areas I can check, but... Man, what is the deal? Like, today and yesterday are, like, weirdly warm. It was, like, really cold here lately, and the last couple of days have been toasty. I don't like it. It's winter time. What up, Scorp? I'm pre-menopausal? Maybe. Can't name a treasure vault to save your life? But he had 8. Huh. AC's gonna end up coming on tomorrow? Yeah, I'm worried mine is too, actually. Hot flashes? Thank you for sharing the stream. Appreciate it. It's like 23 there. Sounds nice, though. I like the cold. I miss it. Come back. It was here a week ago, and then it just stopped. Alright, well. I feel like they, like, cut back on the amount of events in dungeons, and then they made you do them. It's like, what? What's your gear looking like for you to be hitting for billions consistently? So my gear. I'm like, wait, what am I looking at? Air of Perdition. Shroud of False Death. Those. I got Starless Skies on my pants, which was fun. There's 2 in every one typically. Yeah, I have, like, I've done 3 dungeons now and I haven't seen a single one yet. Bow, 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 bow. Some of the events aren't showing up as events. They just have random people laying in Nightmare Dungeons. Once you interact with them, they'll pop up. Oh, okay. Lot of plus ranks to core skills, which is nice. Game looks really good now. Yeah, it's a lot of fun now. What up, Rat? You're in Torment 2 already? Hell yeah. Show Amulet again. Knocked out the entire Goblin event with 3 Nightmare Dungeons. Very nice. Need that 1 ring and shield.
You look like you've seen battle.
Actually, speaking of the Goblin event, I did see that it ranked up, so let's go. What up, Hedgehog? How you? Oh God. Yep, I got a lot of that done. The whole row. Moo! Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. Iron Cenotaph has been closed. Is that that was the dungeon name? I'm like, what does that mean? You're tired? Built a desk today? Oh, furniture building, my favorite.
Oh.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Obols! Oh, we're capped. Bam, 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 bam.
What will it be? You can take what's left.
Went to attach the underdesk keyboard tray and the screws wouldn't work. That sucks. Every time, though, that I've gotten a desk, like the last 5 desks that I've built, every time they come with those, and I never put them on because I like having my keyboard on top of my desk. I can't do the tray thing. If you build it, they will arrive. True. Quoted Field of Dreams exactly right.
Not much. Father's blinding light.
Pew 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 pew. I just had to use a 3M VHB. VHB. What's VHB? I should make a build that uses all white items. It'd be fun.
That's what's up.
That'd be miserable. Industrial adhesive meant to replace screws and mechanical fasteners. Damn. Boop. 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 I can never click on a single item. Need Marie Kondo to get your life together? Do it. Call her up. Did we get your fingerprint off when you accidentally touched it? Oh no. Time to rob a bank, I guess. Alright, we've made it through the loot.
Father bless. What do you need?
Alright, so we still need 4 events, chaos waves. That was Hedgehog's Adventure in Furniture Building? Nice. I feel like we came along for the ride now. Alright, we'll do this guy. Do 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 do. What's happening today? Just saw a bunch of legendaries. What was that? I don't know. So I just finished an entire row's worth of the Goblin event. That might have been what you were seeing me going through. I went to the bounty board and collected an entire row all at once, and all of the rewards for it. I think that's probably what you were talking about. But I have the memory of a walnut, so good stuff. Not a single thing. Well, the runes, I guess, were good. Maybe. Like, I'm kind of at a point now where the character feels pretty done. Like, I don't really need anything else. But I want to finish my seasonal rank stuff to completion. Like, I want to finish all the activities. Once I do that, then I'll probably start working on another character. That's what I'm currently thinking anyways. Not sure if my memory issues are natural or if it's because you got hit by a brick one time. You know, I don't know why my memory's so bad either. I assume partially because I'm old, partially because I've had a lot of toys thrown at my head. Who knows? Scored a 3 GA flail with your last Goblin Cache. Scored a new GA with the Masterwork Capstone. Nice. Hell yeah. I like that they made it to... Because originally, the plan was that the Masterworking Capstone was just going to turn a non-GA into a GA, which it still does. But if it hits a GA instead, it boosts it by 50%. So if you like really want to double down on like one stat, you can. I think that was a cool choice. Oop. Where'd he go? Thoroughly enjoying the mechanical changes this season? Yeah, I think they did a great job with this season. Like, it's funny. Every season that people are like very iffy after the PTR, it ends up being some of their best seasons. But the seasons that the PTR are well received, people get bored quickly. It's like, that's suspicious. I guess because they had more feedback to go off of, or I don't know. Got burned out a few times with the Holy Forge, though. Got burned a few times. So I know the Paladin is out, but did the contact... So the Paladin is the pre-order bonus for the expansion. So the expansion comes out April 28th, but if you pre-order it, you can play the Paladin immediately. And then there's going to be another class coming out when the expansion drops. But we don't know what that is yet. Like hella far away? It's only 4 months. I was expecting much further, to be honest. I was expecting June at the earliest, but more realistically, I was expecting like late September or October. So when they said April, I was like, hell yeah. You're glad they started the changeover now? Like we have months of gameplay with new mechanics and stuff before the new class? Yeah, for sure. And then it's going to be real interesting because like the middle of this season, we're also getting the tower opened up, which will be fun. If you're expecting too much, the stuff that they're teasing for the expansion looks pretty cool, but they haven't really given us details about it. What are the core and basic skills for Paladin? So the basic skills are Brandish, Holy Bolt, Clash, and Advance. Shield Bash, Divine Lance, Blessed Hammer, Blessed Shield, and Zeal. No problem. You're on the same build, but you find yourself squishy sometimes. When I was leveling up, I definitely found myself being a little squishy occasionally. But once I got better gear, it definitely became less and less of an issue. It was going to be the Witch Doctor in a Hawaiian shirt, the new class. Oh, yeah, for sure. Haven't played since your Bloodwave Necro, but it's a lot of fun this season. Nice. I can never get into Necros, but I'm hoping that with the new skill tree changes, I'm hoping they add some stuff that makes me excited about them again. Like some of the, like they, in the video that they talked about the skill tree changes. Oh, here's one. They did specifically show off 2 of the Sorceress skill changes. They showed like a lightning version of Incinerate, and they showed a fire version of Ball Lightning, or was it Frozen Orb? I can never remember. One of the two. And I'm very curious to see what other skills for other classes are going to look like. My gut says they're probably going to take like the items that like change the way that the skills work, like Stormhorn and Akken's Catalyst on the Sork. They're probably going to move those to the skill tree and like rework the items to do something else instead. That's what I'm thinking. You like the idea of summoner classes, but end up just chucking bones at people every time? I'm still waiting for a Teeth Necro. That's what I've always wanted since the game came out. Played Necro last season, Blood Mist and Corpse Explosion. Yeah, I've never been able to get into Necro in this game. What game is this? Diablo 4. Little teeth never hurts. That's what I'm saying. What up, Ram Reaper? You do the stream? Yes, I do. I do. I'm on TikTok and I'm on the purple and red apps. But the only one that I do the full like horizontal screen is purple. Yeah. Played Necro on launch. It was not inspiring gameplay. Yeah. They were, so I remember like during the beta, the open beta, Necros were crazy strong. Like almost overpoweredly so. But then they gutted them. And then they started bringing them back up, but yeah, I'm on Twitch. You hope the new character is like an anti-paladin or something? I've seen a lot of people talk about stuff like that. Like, they could do that, but my gut says they'll probably do something that plays dramatically different than a paladin. And I don't know if that would. Maybe. They could do literally anything. It just... I feel like they generally are going to do something that ties into the story they're trying to tell. Whatever that is. I don't know. Guess what happens if you cheer 250 bits? Don't do it. Don't do it. Nobody wants to know.
If anything breaks,
You got to poop? Do it.
Moo!
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. How do I not have credit for Andariel? I've definitely killed her more than 0 times. What? I mean, I'm here. Let's go do it right now. You said the new expansion was beach-themed and Warhammer Vampire Pirates are a thing? Nice. Okay, we'll do Tribute of Andariel. Not necessarily beach-themed, although it is an island, so probably. There will probably be at least part of an island. New expansion could be vampire pirate style? Maybe. Maybe. Beach, please? Maybe. We don't know. But like, looking at the picture that they showed and concept art from Diablo 3, because apparently Scovos Isles were supposed to be part of D3 originally, but they didn't do it because it looked too much like Titan Quest 2. It kind of goes back to what I was going to say, like, all the artwork looks very much like Titan Quest 2, which was very beachy. You tried leveling up Paladin for 2 days, sanctified gear twice, forgot to add aspects today. You gotta steam your gear. You gotta steam it. New class gonna be Obese Dolphin. I'd play it. I'd play it. Thank you for the follow, Sex on Moon. That'd be weird with no gravity. I'd try it. How do you get the leverage, though? Anyways. Paladin kicked me in the butt? Uh-oh. I have to say, you're loving the new Masterwork system, the potential to add another greater affix. Yep, yep. Or make an existing greater affix even better. That's cool, too. You're a new player, just got to 60, any tips? I mean, I don't really have any, like, general tips. If you have, like, a specific thing you're trying to figure out, I could probably help. Other than try to have fun. My general recommendation is to try a little bit of everything, because once you do get to endgame, it kind of opens up a bunch of systems. Try a little bit of everything and see what you enjoy. But beyond that, I don't know, not really. How do you think in this season Barb good? I haven't played one, but I've heard that Barb is good. I've heard Lunging Strike is really strong this season.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. General tip for noobs on D4: know people who have Mythic Prankster and a few Treasure Breach Neighbor dungeons. I mean, I wouldn't recommend that for new people to the game. I would play the game the way that, you know, it was designed to be played before you're just getting spoon-fed everything. Thank you for the follow. PoE2 hooked you? Druid at 91, Roland. You'll join D4 soon. So, I was super into the Druid, but this season the D4's got me hooked. I will definitely go back and finish off my Druid, at least get him through the campaign. Alright, so I don't need the third floor at all. I kind of wish if you filled your attunement, you could just skip a floor. I don't think that's true. I'll get you socks, Anthony. I'll get you socks. D4 needs to add Wyvern Druid? Do they? I'd be all for them adding a new form, like a new shapeshift form, but I'm curious, like with the new skill tree revamp, like I wonder if they are going to add any kind of like new modifiers to the way that you shapeshift. You haven't started D4 yet? You hate this? Never should they start at the same time? That's the problem when you have like big marketing teams, is like you set a release date way ahead of time and then you can't really change it. Especially when you have a plan set in motion to release right after the Game Awards. All right. Use Ubers or play with? You mean Mythics? I play without them. 40 streams. She's streaking. She's streaking, y'all. What up, Misha? How you feeling? All right. So did it count? 1. We got 1. Even though I know I've killed her before. So that's weird. So I gotta do this 6 more times? 5 more times? I can math. She's alive! True. Have risen from the dead. How's the cough? Are you yakking? Hacking? Hacking. I don't know. Words? Wheezing away? Oh boy. Oh, annoying AF. That's what they used to tell me. About me. Risen from the dead. I see what you did there. You've heard the cough. This flu season's brutal. I believe it. I believe it. I started feeling the other day like I was gonna get sick, but then it went away. So hopefully it stays that way. Hopefully.
Come in, I don't bite. Not like I used to anyway.
All right. Another one. Another one. TikToks look rough? Uh-oh. Wait, you're watching TikToks of people coughing? What's on your feed, man? Barb actually had higher toughness than your pally? Yeah, barbs are tough. Don't yuck people's yums? A coughing fetish? It's gotta be a thing, right? If there's a thing, there's probably a fetish for that thing. From a doctor talking about it, he had caught it and looked in rough shape. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't like how the Undercity drops random loot now. Because, like, in a mode that you gotta speed through, why are you dropping loot? You're holding on? Oh, boy. How tight are you holding? You got a good grip? Like 3 strength left in you? How much do you normally have when you're healthy? Are you a strength main? At least 69, 69. Dang. Are those dolphins? What are those? Little blue happy faces? Kind of look like not really. Kind of look like happy dolphins. When you got sick a while ago, you accidentally took too much Robitussin. I still remember back in high school, a bunch of people in my grade got expelled for huffing Robitussin. Your hands are dolphins? That's weird. I don't know if they got expelled. Maybe it was suspended, but they got in a lot of shit for it. What did they call it? Oh yeah, they were robo-tripping. That's right. You got a 3GA Griswold's Opus? Hell yeah. You're scared to sanctify it? Just send it. I mean, if it's an ancestral unique, it can't get a bad roll. It just might not get a great roll, but it's not going to be bad. RoboTrip, we discussed that in high school in like 2002. Yeah, that's what year I graduated, so that's about right. If you huff it, will you get better? Probably not. RoboTripping, exactly. I don't know if people still do it. I just remember hearing about it. Bam, 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 bam. I like how like when you're like just getting into a tier and you try to do the Undercity, you're like just barely scratching and clawing to make time, and then you get geared up and like you have zero care about the timer whatsoever. Still don't understand sanctifying gear fully. So it's basically using like a vault orb in PoE. So basically, it unpredictably modifies your item, and then once you do it, regardless of what the outcome is, you can never change that piece of gear again. Most of the outcomes are going to be at least some degree positive. If you do it on a legendary, it can potentially change one of your affixes to something worse. But on a ancestral unique or a mythic, it's guaranteed to only add. You have the side effect of increased heart rate, weird dreams, and general anxiety. That's not good. That's not good. You had real acid, so you never tried? Fair. What up, Moose? It's going pretty good. How you doing? So don't do it to legendary. So I mean, what I would say is if you're worried about bricking your gear, like ruining your gear, just wait until you have another good one, and then sanctify the worst of the two. So that way, if you get a bad roll on it, you can just salvage it, no big deal. If you get a good roll on it, you can put that one on, and then you can try sanctifying the other one that you were wearing before, and then if that one also rolls good, then you can put that one back on, or compare the two and see which one's better. Yeah, the Pally's great. Pally's great. Can't wait to get Mythic Gear. I didn't get a single piece last season, killed every boss multiple times. Yeah. Last season was rough. This season was pretty easy. Between the Mythic Pranksters, like, they're common enough to where if you want to find them, you'll find them. It might take some doing, but they're not that hard to get. And those give you 5 Mythics guaranteed, which is wild.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Sanctified your 2GA with good stats without tempering it. Yeah, you gotta steam your stuff. And if any... I'm gonna do my drawing again, just in case. Just in case people don't know about Steam. What's my build? I'm using Hammer Kuna by Makuna. It's on Mobalytics. So just in case people don't know what steaming is. Add sockets. Temper. Enchant. Aspects. Masterwork. Make sure you do all those on a legendary. On a unique, you can really only do this one and this one. But is there a lot of pushing endgame? There's more than there ever has been. Kinda, sorta. So the pit is really the only pushing thing, but this season in particular, like all of the activities are worthwhile because like just the way that they made experience decent in all of the activities, where it used to be basically just the pit was the only place to get more experience. They should add farming in Diablo, like with vegetables and stuff, like actual farming. Maybe. Did a 10-wave hordes last night. Couldn't believe how much ether you earned. Yeah. Somehow Diablo 3 felt more satisfying than 4 overall. Is it just you? In the past, I would have agreed with you. I feel like 4 has probably overtaken 3 at this point. Although I do still think there are some things, like specifically with the Kanai's Cube and the way you could modify gear that way. I do miss some of that. But we are getting the Roderick Cube in the next expansion. So that'll be interesting to see. We are getting fishing, that's true. Turn D4 into a survival game. Yes, please. Yes, please. Can't come to the raid. You're tending the radishes. Hell yeah. You blame shareholders for D4 releasing unfinished. Yep. It's a combination of that And the fact that the development team just changed so many times with all the scandals and all that stuff. Which I guess was also the shareholders pushing for the game to be released anyways. You're actually growing daikon radishes right now? Nice. Fishing or the F1. The F1. Pew, 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 pew. Going pretty well? Heck yeah. What
Come in, I don't
what prompted you to do that?
I wasn't too hard.
You know, I can't think there's been a single time in my life where I'm like, you know what I really want right now? A fucking radish. I don't know. Just me? Do I have a setup to her? Like you mean my gear? Like my build? Or... What you mean by that? Bum, 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 bum. Alright. Gotta learn the Japanese radish uses. They really know how to use a radish. I'll take your word for it. Never had Korean fried chicken then? Guess not. Guess not. But even if I had and it uses radish, I don't think still don't think I would have ever been like, man, I'm so glad this has radish in it. I don't know. Australian groceries are the most expensive in the world and you just want a damn radish? That's funny. What build guide? I am using Makuna's Hammer Kuna build. Time to scarf down some KFC. Man, too bad you're not getting Diablo cosmetics anymore. Speaking of cosmetics, did you guys see that World of Warcraft is doing a Pringles collab? I thought that was a weird fit. Although, the last time they did that, like they did the trolley thing with like the gummies, and that was WoW and Diablo. I wonder if Diablo is also gonna get a Pringles collab. Over here they served pickled radishes with Korean fried chicken. I mean, it doesn't sound bad, but I still feel like if you handed me that and they're like, do you want it with or without radish? I'd be like, I don't fucking care. Does this build require a lot of button mashing? I mean, I feel like not really, but I mean, like, I think every build in this game does require you to, like, kind of, hey, you got a cooldown up? Hit it. Where's over here at? Did I say over here, or did someone else say over here? I don't remember. I have the memory of a gerbil. Oh, Anthony did? Oh, I see. Well, he's in California. I know that much. I don't know exactly where. Bam, bam, bam. Apparently we can get Korean fried chicken. That sounds good. Are hammers better than shields? I haven't tried the shields build, so I'm not really sure. I went with hammers because I loved the hammered in Diablo 2, and I just kind of stuck with it. And it's good, so I haven't changed. But I've heard that the shield builds are pretty sick also. Can't believe we have 0 snow here. Not a very white Christmas is what you're saying. Korean fried chicken is the best crumb recipe, but it's sweet and coated in honey sauce. It sounds really good. Sticky, but yeah, solid. Yeah, a little sticky never hurt nobody. Level 160 with shields and melts everything, but you think AoE from hammers is better? Maybe. Yeah, it is nice being able to just kind of run through everything and it just kind of falls over. Live in the mountains and it's +4C, 39 Fahrenheit. I really wish my brain had it in me to be able to like just like automatically translate Celsius and Fahrenheit. But that formula is too big for my brain. The best end games allow me to do as little as possible. Nice. Bow, 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 bow. Most Canadians live close to the border. It's a conversation taught in school. Yeah, that is true. They say like what, like 90% or something live within like 50 miles from the border or something like that. I remember hearing something like that. I don't remember the exact numbers, but yeah. That checks out. Had to drop Borderlands 4, was asking you to juggle like 5 abilities. Like, let me press 2 buttons max. Nice. 80% within 60 miles. Okay. Game name, please. It's right here. Diablo 4. Bow, 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 bow. Boop, boop. Alright, how many more do I need? 3 more of those. Just got your build finished? Nice. What build? I'm playing Hammer Kuna. So it's Makuna's hammered in build on Mobalytics. Do, 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 do. Doing hundreds of billions? Nice. You have thousands of hours in Diablo 2, Bale runs and similar, and El Kaiser runs in Diablo 3. Is there something similar to grind in Diablo 4? The closest thing to an El Kaiser run would be probably just running, like pushing the pit in this game. Nothing quite like that. So you're talking like original, like when D3 first came out, and he was just doing that like lap around that snowy area or whatever. I don't even remember what it was called. I know what you're talking about though. That was like what made him famous. Is he was like the first person to grind Paragon 100 or whatever. Man, those were the good old days. Yeah, yeah. There's nothing exactly like that, but there are things that you can grind. Like you can grind Paragon 300 in this game. 6 a.m. you're gonna pass out. Take it easy. But yeah, this game, it's definitely different than D2 and D3. I would say it's more like D3 than it is D2, but there are aspects of D2 in it for sure. Hopefully they bring in more over the course of the expansions. But yeah, it kind of feels more like modern D3, where it's like a lot of like running rifts and stuff, but like we have the pit, which feels like Nephilim rifts, kind of. We're getting a mode called the Tower, which is going to be the competitive leaderboard mode, with kind of like greater rifts. That's going to be called the Tower. I think I said that already. But then there's also Helltide and Infernal Hordes and Cross Undercity and Dark Citadel, and like a bunch of different game modes that play similar but a little different. And then we also have the Echoing Hatred or whatever that's coming with the expansion, which I'm excited to hear more about that. I hope it's not exactly the same as Echoing Nightmares in D3. I'm sure it's going to be similar, but hopefully it's not the same. Hopefully it's not just copy and paste. The little clip they showed in the gameplay trailer for the expansion looked really cool. But I know sometimes with their trailers, they do things like with the camera that you can't actually do in game, so I don't know. Joe Montana! Never completed Dark Citadel run. So, I will say, doing the Dark Citadel, before any guides existed, or anything, like knowing nothing about it, and just going in completely blind with a friend, was some of the most fun I've ever had in this game. It was super cool. But once you've done it a couple times, there's really no point to going back. Is this a new class? This is the Paladin, yep. And then we're also getting another new class when the expansion drops in April. Just realized the other day that you've not done it. That's true. We've been talking about doing it since season 6 and haven't done it yet. One of these days. Do you think Pulverized Cataclysm is a good Druid build? I haven't played Druid in a couple seasons now. I know Pulverized and Cataclysm are both probably good builds separately. I don't know if they're going to be good together, though. Never been able to do Dark Citadel? You don't have friends? I don't have many that I like game with, but got a couple. Any hints about the new class in April? There are. So the only hint that we have is a silhouette in the gameplay trailer. But that could be also, that could be like a MacGuffin. It could be completely misleading. We don't know. I did post a video on my YouTube about what I think it's going to be, but I'm just guessing based on the knowledge that we do have. And I'm planning on making a follow-up video because I have more thoughts now. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be the Whispering Eye. Ayo. Its ultimate abilities include the Queef. Wait, what? Bow, 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 bow. Think it's gonna be Murlocs? What class am I playing? I'm the Paladin. Alright, so 2 more of those. Any kind of mouse or keyboard to use? I use Corsair stuff. Corsair doesn't work for Xbox? That's too bad. I wonder if they have any, because like I'm guessing it doesn't work because they require drivers. I wonder if they have any like basic versions that don't require them. Where's the cow level? Don't have one yet. They did put a new secret area in the game this season, which is pretty cool, but no cows. Random off topic. Can't find an answer on Google. Does anyone have a Galaxy? Not me. Galaxy Pro 3? Huh. And Google doesn't have an answer for you? Wild. Does anybody really like doing the Cross Undercity? Like, I thought it was cool when it was new, but now I feel like it's the most boring thing in the game. And I don't really know why. Haven't done it a ton, so you don't hate it yet. Sometimes you feel it, but I'm like, meh, yeah. Like, I don't mind doing one every now and then, but like having to do like 6 back-to-back is like, ugh. Once you stop having to worry about time, it just loses its luster. Yeah, that's true. I really hope that the new mode with the expansion is cool. Like, looking at the trailer, it almost gives me like Vampire Survivors vibes, and if they did that, that would be fun as shit. Like, that's what I was hoping Infernal Hordes was, and it wasn't really. So if they did that, I would pop off. Colonoscopies greater than Cross Undercity? Oof. I haven't had one, so I don't know. Hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome in. Like the echoing noise your ability makes? Paladins do make some fun noises. What floor am I on? You have 2 of the major ones? Nice. Yeah, I had 2 of them, but I ran those already. I still got a whole nother floor. All right. World boss in 9 minutes. Thank you for the heads up. Appreciate that. They have a chance for mythics to drop. I mean, anything technically has a chance. I don't think they have an elevated chance, but I'm not sure. I honestly, I don't know if I ever read what they even give you. Is this Paladin? Yes, this is the Paladin. This is the Blessed Hammer build. Yeah, we're learning quickly that Riz doesn't read tooltips unless it's like loot that I'm putting on my body. You were on the fence? It's fun. It's fun. Is Diablo 4 solo only? And if not, is the group play fun and more rewarding? You can play it solo or in a group. I generally play it mostly solo. But I know a lot of people do prefer playing it in groups. I think it's just whatever you prefer. In some areas, you do get slightly more loot if you play in groups, so there is a little bit of an advantage, but not a ton. Took a small break from D4, debating your comeback. Yeah, this season's really good. Like, a lot of people who have not played the game in a long time have come back and are really enjoying the game now. Nerd! Wait, who, what? Oh, tooltips are for nerds? True. Coming back, and you haven't been back in almost a year? You are coming back? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You love Hammerden? Same. Pew, 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 pew.
You take care now.
Bow, 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 bow. Can't say no to the Pally? Yeah, he's pretty cool. Or she. Alright, this should be the last one, right? Yep. Schedule needs to die down a bit. Well, the holidays should be here and gone pretty quickly, huh? Impressive trying to level a sword, but it seems slower than first time around. What kind of content are you doing to level? Ready for working through the holidays? Same. Every year I volunteer to work the holidays because like I don't have any family here, so I'm not doing anything anyways, and my work pays 2.5 times to work a holiday. I'm like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Sign me up for that shit. Helltide thrown in the mix of pits like you do with your pally? Huh. Get triple time? Shit. You'd have to fight me to not work it. I'd go clock in, and they'd be like, Riz, you're not scheduled today. I'm like, I don't care. I'm working. Mind your business. 13-hour days for both. Oof. Yes, please. I'm full on obols. Have a lottery to work on the holiday. So we kind of have that if no one volunteers for it. What do? I do graphic design and animations for TV stations across the country. Bow, 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 bow. Paladin's been fun to play? Yeah, Paladin's super good. People want to work because they're premium days? Yep, yep. Kind of a big deal? That's not true. That's not true. It's way cooler than your job? I don't know, is it? Sounds cooler than it is. 2.5 times to work holiday versus paid day off. Yep. I can either get paid 2.5 times or get paid 1.5 times and get an extra vacation day. Which that's kind of tempting too. So I might do that for one of them. Paragon 174, nice. If you don't give a fuck about celebrating holidays, it's free money. Yep, exactly.
No.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. You need a work from home gig? You'd even do customer service at this point? Yeah. Like data entry or something? There's gotta be something. You're like the only one I know still playing D4. You just can't let D2R go. I love D2R also. I'm really hopeful that we get an update at some point in the future. Like, with that tease that they put out a while back now, like, on the 25th anniversary, it really gave me hope that maybe they're working on something. And I'm hoping maybe we find out at BlizzCon next year what they're working on, but I could be coping hard. Who knows? That entry would be best, but apparently it's hard to get. Is it? Your birthday's Christmas Day, so it's kind of your favorite? Dang. So, does everybody double dip? You're playing Hammered In with Brandish build? I've heard a lot of people doing Brandish. Yeah, I'm playing with Advance, but I like that there's options. You've been back-to-back disappointed with Blizzard. Don't give them hope. I mean, this game, it had a rough start, but it's a lot of fun now. All right, I can leave Cross Undercity now. Started with Judgment leveling because not many builds were released day one. Yeah, I started with Blessed Hammer build, just like I was just winging it because there was no guides when I first started. But it evolved into this build, which is pretty good. You'd play D2R more, but on Xbox, maybe like one other person plays it solo. For years got old. Yeah, so that's my biggest issue. Like the fact that there's no new content. Like I started this most recent season, and I played it for a couple days and I had fun, but I got burnt out just because it was the same shit. 1 minute 30 seconds to world boss. Holy moly! Where it at? Where it at? Where it at? Can I make it? Riz doesn't tiz like the rest of us. Yeah, I mean, I used to. I used to, for sure. I've done that grind so many times I can't anymore. But if there was any new content, I'd be down. Holy moly. Holy moly. Can you kick it? I don't know, can you? What up, Ducky? Go! Go! We made it. 30 seconds to spare. Avarice? Whack. Just got Shaco Sank on your Griswold's Opus. Hell yeah. Got your hammers up to 39 skill points, and when it buffs up the hammer tab, damage appears as 0, 0, 0. Really? Huh. How many points do I have on my hammers? 31. Huh. Yeah, usually people born on Christmas hate it. Because people do double dip on them and only give them one gift instead of two. At least when you're a kid. As an adult, probably don't care as much, but... Your birthday being in November even gets double dipped? Yeah. Mine gets double dipped with Halloween. Wait, no it doesn't. What up, David? How you doing? If you're a Christmas baby, that means St. Patty's Day must have been a while that year you were born. Oh, man. You don't really get birthday or holiday thingies at all? Got double dip till you were 17, then after that you didn't get kissed at all till you were like 28. Oof. Birthday lands on Father's Day a lot. Cool. Let's see the loot. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. Ugh. All right. What do we got? Nothing. You're gonna lurkies? Enjoy your lurkies. Alright, let's go to the Raven. Yoop. Sure. Also, Gabo? Nothing yet. Okay.
What will it be?
Oop. Like, I know I'm not gonna need any of these because I don't need any rings for this build, but you know.
Need something forged?
Now an amulet maybe. The GA was on something else maybe.
What do you need? You can take what's left.
Alright, and my obols. What's my frame rate? Is there a hotkey to see it? Oh right, I run with VSync on, so it's locked at 60. Actually,
Everything breaks, the forge is hot.
why would it be 60? My monitor is set to 140. Unless it reverted. It did. What the hell? Oh, hopefully this doesn't break anything. I didn't think that through. Okay, seems fine. Still 60 though. Probably have to relaunch it to have that take effect, probably. Probably. Do it! Yeah, on stream, I stream at 60. That's why, like, you guys wouldn't notice anyways, but now I'm curious why I don't get more than 60. Whatever happened to getting to know someone before asking their frame rate? I don't know. Best way to play D4 listening to Linkin Park? Hell yeah. Did I cap it? So, it was capped at 120 in-game, but it had VSync on. Somehow my monitor got switched to 60, because it was 140. Or 120, one of the two. I can never remember. I just switched it though, so let's see if that made a difference. If not, it's not a big deal. I don't mind playing at 60, but...
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Nope, still 60. Did it change? 144. You can't get 120? Whack. Discard. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could just turn off VSync. But then sometimes I get screen tearing when I do that. Yeah, I get screen tearing. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I sure can. Anyways. Here for the vibe, so just asking, did you get bored of PoE2 already? It's not that I got bored. It's that I'm really enjoying the D4 season. And I've heard a lot of negativity towards the end game right now in PoE2. So I'm kind of hoping that they patch it to make it better, and then I'll play it more. But I do want to at least get through the campaign. Which I will do soon. But this is the best D4's felt in a while, and I'm not burnt out on it yet, so I'm just kind of riding that wave for now. Also, full transparency, my YouTube shorts and TikToks are doing pretty good with D4 right now, and I don't want to screw that up. But that said, the previous stuff is also still true. How did I accidentally put that on? Oops.
Need something forged? Let's salvage.
Got 3G and a legendary? Hell yeah. Make sure to go through all your steps before you sanctify it. Also, can I upgrade any of my gems yet? Yeah, probably. Rubies, yes. Boom. Steam it, exactly. D4 better than PoE2 in your opinion? Don't hate you. I mean, I feel like, you know, whatever is better for you is valid for anybody. People who are just like no matter who you are, PoE's better, like, no. Like, it's different for everybody. Play what you enjoy. Don't play what you don't. I like both, personally. How similar is PoE to D4 gameplay? Not very. So, Diablo's much more... It's easy to turn your brain off and just blast demons and have a good time collecting loot and stuff. PoE is much slower. At least early game, it's much slower. Much more methodical. You have to do a lot of dodging and stuff. The fights are more difficult. The systems are more complicated. There's a lot more to learn. I feel like... I don't know. It's a different animal. But both games are good. Both games are good. MIT4, yes. They're similar in the way that a cheetah is similar to a tiger. I don't even know if they're that similar. Maybe. Try Grim Dawn. I have tried Grim Dawn. My biggest issue with Grim Dawn is I just have the hardest time figuring out where I'm supposed to go next. Like, the map isn't very good, and a lot of it is like I'll read the quest and it'll kind of give me an idea, but that I just can't figure it out. Like, I wish that it was I guess I'm spoiled by modern games that are very clear where to go. But yeah, I end up getting lost and get frustrated because of it. You hope the new class is Amazon. You miss Amazon. A lot of people want it to be Amazon so bad. I still don't think it will be, just because we already have 2 dexterity classes. And like the Amazon wouldn't be that far different from a rogue. But it's possible. Finally got me live? Hell yeah. Yeah, I was planning on going live yesterday, but I ended up taking it off. I'm like, I need a day off. It's been a while. I have too many tabs open again. Okay. All right, so we finished that guy. So we still need to do 3 more events in Nightmare Dungeons, 2 more Chaos Waves in Infernal Hordes. We need to create... Oh, we still got a bunch of stuff to do in Final Tier. Just solo T1 World Boss with your Zealot? Nice. You can't have a game with too much freedom of choice and you're lost just like in life. That is basically the exact reason why I never finished Skyrim. I finished the very beginning of the game where it's like pretty structured, like this is what you do, this is where you go. And as soon as I got into the open world, I'm like, I don't know what to do now. But I do want to go back and play that someday. Buddy of mine and I have discussed it. We're thinking the new class will be a willpower-based vampire. Maybe? Like, I hear so many people saying, like, it has to be some kind of, like, demonic class or something. Like a warlock or a death knight or something. And I'm just like, does it? Why? Like, a lot of people are saying, like, talking about how, like, Lilith said it takes a demon to take down another demon or something. But, like, she's the demon she was referring to, not anybody else. So, I don't know. I don't know. Like... I feel like it's going to be a class that builds on whatever story they're trying to tell. Could be anything. The amount of people arguing that it's going to be a demonic class on your thingy, you're like, did y'all even listen to the video? Yeah. Like, I feel like so many people want it to be a returning class, and I'm like, we just got one. I think it's going to be something completely new. At least gameplay-wise. But yeah, I don't know. Nobody knows for sure. We're all just guessing. It's going to be an ombudsman? What the hell is that? It's going to be Lilith herself. It'll just be the rose petals that have been haunting us throughout this entire game. We can be the demon? Yeah, maybe. It's going to be, what's his face? It's going to be Aldkin grown up. If it's not an Amazon, then something new will be cool. I think it's going to be something new. I would be very surprised if it's an Amazon for a multitude of reasons. And the new video that I'm working on is going to talk specifically about Amazons and what I think their place will be in the expansion. You hope they don't go like Diablo Immortal? What do you mean by that? Because that could mean multiple different things. I think it's the Blood Knight from the mobile game. I don't think they're going to port one of the classes over from Immortal. They could, but I feel like that would just come across as very lazy. In the video, the Pally says he's searching for a priestess with a strong connection to the light. I feel like that's going to be an NPC. But, I mean, because, like, in Diablo 4, none of the classes are gender locked, so it wouldn't be a priestess. Like, we could get a priest or a priestess, but I don't know. I think if he's looking for a priestess, it's probably a specific one. Yeah, we already got a Holy Knight, so I don't think a priest is going to be it. I don't think it's going to be a Demon Hunter, because I don't think we're going to get a returning class, and there's just so much overlap with Rogue. I think the chances of a Demon Hunter is, like, the lowest. Yeah, a Monk might be lower, because they overlap with the Rogue and Spiritborn. As much as I would love a Monk, I don't think that's going to happen. I could see it be a Bard. Not based on the silhouette, but just as like to fill the gap that we have currently. Monk's the wrong location. Yeah, Monk would have to be like the Zion Sai or whatever up north. There's no sorceress in D4, for example. Both genders are called sorcerer, which is good if we don't... Well, I think it's implied that it's sorcerer and sorceress. No shot they're going to be lazy and do another returning class? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Bard would be funny. I mean, honestly, in Lost Ark, they did Bard, and it was great. That's what I mained in Lost Ark, and it was fun. You have D3 also. You really hope for Amazon? Keep D2 vibes? We just got the Paladin, though. Like, I don't know. I don't see it. Why is that still there, though? Why? New class is Chuck Norris. Oh, sign me up for that. Oh, right, I did finish this. Okay. You're cool with just the Paladin and a whole new completely different class would be cool? Yeah, yeah. Just keep dreaming? I guess so. It'll be Demon Hunter, you think? I don't think so. I don't think so. It could be, but I'd be surprised. I would be shocked. Why? Oh, sometimes I will turn this off and then it won't let me turn it back on, and I never know why. But I hate it. Because now I'm gonna get screen tearing. And I don't know how to fix it. Wait. Now it's back on? Magic. Okay. Weird. Paladin's so good. Yeah, they did a really good job with it. And it's not as crazy busted as the Spiritborn was. It's not busted, but not as busted. Do I use Arbiter of Justice? Yes. It's kind of too good not to.
Until next time.
It'll be a mage type because we have 2 dex players, a couple of strength. No, we have 2 intellect classes. We have the mage and the sorceress and the necromancer. We have 2 strength classes in the barbarian and the paladin. We have 2 dex classes in the rogue and the spiritborn. We only have 1 willpower class in the druid. You broke it where you can always be in your alt? Yep.
Come back.
They'll nerf it next season. Like, honestly, all they need to do to get this class back in line is just cap castle, and it'll be fine. Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a willpower class. What that class is, no idea, but I'd be shocked if it's not. Boop, 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 boop. But I mean, what is willpower? Could be anything. It'll be a very strong-willed individual. I don't know. Sure, we'll do Soul Spires. Hope they add more torments. They did talk in one of the campfires. They do plan on adding more torments. I'm iffy about it because, like, if they raise the torment, but they also start giving us better gear, it's just going to be a little bit longer grind, but there's, like, it's ultimately going to end up being the same position. Yo, Witch Doctor from D3. Yeah, a lot of people are hoping that too. I feel like if they were going to do that, they would have done that in Vessel of Hatred because Nahantu is where they come from. But it doesn't necessarily mean that, so I guess it could happen, but I don't know. It's so weird to me how many people want Witch Doctor when Witch Doctor was known for being the least played class in D3. What's wrong? What happened? Witch Doctor? Oh, yeah. They need to do something because PoE 2 has better endgame. I mean, does it right now? I don't know. I think it has better crafting, but does it have better endgame? I don't know. You don't want any D3 returning classes? I feel like none of them fit right now. Eventually I would like a monk, but right now it makes no sense for a monk. Warlock makes most sense. That the Blizzard's always floated similar classes between franchises. Warlocks are very popular. But Warlock just has too much overlap with Sorks and Necros. I don't know. I talked about the Warlock in my video too. Like, the way that they design their classes, a Warlock doesn't really make sense in Diablo lore. Yeah, it's basically a Necro. Like, it would be a different flavor Necro. What do we have now in Diablo? We have T4 bossing and pit. So this season, they basically made it to where all of the different endgame activities are viable. Pretty much the only thing people are doing the pit for is to level their glyphs. They made everything else good now. Witch Doctor's a pet Necro. And we have Druid for that. Also, most of the Witch Doctor's abilities they gave to us in the Season of the Witch, and the fact that they gave those to us as seasonal powers makes me think they're probably not going to do it for a class, because it would be pretty lazy for them to just be like, alright, remember all those powers we gave you? We're bringing those back to make a new class. It's like, I don't know. What if we get a Mercenary class from PoE2 that uses willpower? I mean, I feel like that would be a Dexterity class, but maybe, I guess, possible. I don't know. We're gonna get the we're gonna get a Santa class. He just brings gifts for the boys and girls. I don't know. We're gonna be one of the reindeer. Maybe they'll let us be Ninja Turtles. Maybe that'll be the new class. I don't use wolves. I did when I had less gear, but now I don't need them anymore. What up, Orby? How you doing? Hit harder? What do I need to hit harder for? Everything dies in one hit. Can't stay too long. Wanted to slide by real quick? I like it. I could smell your musk. I'm doing pretty good. They need a Treasure Goblin class that scales with gold and mythic items equipped. It'd be funny. You wash your ass today? No, I think it was the cologne that I smelled. It wasn't a bad smell. I mean, maybe cologne with residual ass. Bow, 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 bow. I need one of those goblin waves. Props on your outside content. Really am impressed. Do you like it more than most? Well, ooh, ether goblins. Well, I appreciate that. I've been trying to step it up a little bit since I actually feel some momentum going right now. Feels nice after my YouTube being dormant for years. Get over here, goblin. Hammered into OP, you switch to the minion necro to get back on the struggle bus. Nice. Meow. Wow, 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 wow. How have I not gotten a single chaos wave yet? I'm angry. Have I gotten one and I just didn't notice? It's possible. She died. She's dead. She's just a corpse talking right now. Just had 3 this run? Oh, so you're hogging them all. I see what's happening here.
Move.
Thank you for the follow, Eric. Appreciate it. On the fence is starting D4. Do it. Dude, this season's fun. Do it, do it, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it, do it. First glyphs to 100. Nice. Yeah, I'm not there yet. You want the Goblin Chaos round, but haven't seen one this season? Yeah. Yep, that's what I'm hoping for, too. Doing the Aura Pally. I've heard good things. I don't exactly know how that plays, but I've heard people saying it's real good. Apparently I ranked up my Goblin board just now, so that's good. No chaos waves the whole time. Not one. Whack. What kind of build you want? So you can, oh, yeah, there's a bunch of good ones. Bunch of good ones. Are you gonna play Pally or something else? Pally, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, anytime I see someone not play a Pally, I just assume that they didn't pre-order. See them and think, ha, he's poor? Oof. Oof. It was gifted to you, you're only joking? I know. Well, I figured you were joking. Alright, Bartuk we go. You're Stork, you're poor, no DLC. Happens. But every time that gets brought up, I do mention, I do have a giveaway going in my Discord right now. I'm going to be pulling a winner on Christmas Day, so, what, Thursday? Look at that ass! Oh! Wake up, Riz. So poor you're stealing Wi-Fi to play? Nice, that's how to do it. That's what you do in mosh pits? Oh. Yeah, if I was in a mosh pit, I would see my way out of it. Immediately. Oh. Lies? Oh no. Oh no, I would be dipping. I would be dipping. That sounds like Riz's personal hell. You're a mosh pit junkie? I don't like that many people being on or around my person. You play Brandish? Is that a good build to go on Paladin? Probably. Honestly, I don't know if there's a bad build. You once ended up in the middle of a pit that opened up and you were like... you couldn't find Ryan? Uh-oh. I don't know how to say that facial expression. You'd protect me? Alright, bet. This tall dude came up to you, picked you up, and said, point me to your person? That's awesome. I can picture that. Lilith just dies now. You don't have to go through her floor. But yeah, yep. They did that last season. I was surprised by it, but definitely makes it easier. Let's go kill her for funsies. You just disappeared on him. You got your first mythic and it was just a polearm. Hate it when that happens. That damn polearm. You'll be back to have head to this. Oh, you're heading to the sewage company? That sounds fun. Too easy now? It is too easy, I think. Time for you to snort a line and play some video games. Have fun with that. Only 2 of those things are true. Out of the 2 things. Okay. Okay. Oh, it was okay, the other true one? Need Torment 5? Yep. Yep. So innocent? No. Time to drop a deuce? Hell yeah. Oh, that's what you mean by the sewage company? I understand now. Tough fight. Hammers make me so happy. Just having hammers in this game makes me so happy. Whee! Exactly. Ayo! It's the Panda Glassjaw. What up, dude? How's it going, everybody? Welcome, welcome. How was your stream?
No.
Arbiter Judicator build. Nice. How's that going? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. All right, what are we doing still? Ayo! All right, I still need to do more Nightmare Dungeons for the Mastery events. Good stream. Grinding with Sorcerer. I was going to do Sork, and then they dropped Paladin, and I'm like, I got to do it. I got to do it. But I was planning on doing Sork. I probably still will at some point this season. I just haven't decided when yet. I'm thinking I might have to do Sork on hardcore, though. I did start a hardcore Sork, but I didn't get very far on it. You were loving your Paladin, too? Yeah. This season's great. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Hit Shaco Sanctify on a shield, which my Sork can't use. Gotcha. Gotcha. Shaco Sanctify on a shield. Huh. I did get this guy, which was kind of fun. Starless Pants. I need to be slamming more stuff. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. But yeah, like I got my gear to where like I can pretty much melt stuff. And then I kind of just started salvaging everything. I really should just start like throwing stuff at the forge. You're at 192 Paragon. You need to catch up. You have to go to sleep. Hey man, sleep's good for you. The game will be here. Bow, 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 bow. Heckin' Animus.
No.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. This should count for the mastery bonus, yeah? Says mastery. I don't know if shrines count or not. You hate sanctifying your stuff on accident mid-masterwork? How do you do it on accident, though? Like you just didn't realize you didn't finish it? Take it easy, Viper. But yeah, you gotta steam all your gear. You're on console and it was the same weapon? Oh, I see. Yeah, you gotta add your sockets, you gotta do your tempers, you gotta do your enchants, your aspects, and your masterworks. Or you can meets it. You've accidentally masterworked once or twice in your life? Jeez. Knowing what you mean by masterworks, I'm scared. How do you... I'm not gonna think about it too hard. Anyways. Thank you for the sub, appreciate it. Bow, 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 bow. I need to make YouTube subs making noise. I thought they did, but they don't seem to work anymore. Do 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 do. They should add loot filtering so you don't pick up much random loot. They did confirm loot filters are coming with the Lord of Hatred expansion. I assume that's going to be a thing that everybody gets. It's not going to be expansion locked, but I guess I don't know for sure. I would assume, though. How could they? But yeah, that was on the list of things coming. They didn't give any details about like how it's going to work or anything, but hopefully it's at launch. It's not another thing like the tower where they delay it until like halfway through the expansion or something. That would be the worst. Wow. I clicked like 18 times trying to pick up those gloves and it's just like, no, you don't want those gloves. I mean, I really don't. They're going to get salvaged 100%, but family time? Hell yeah. Tell family I say hello. And give them all a hug for me. I'm gonna make myself part of the family. Ugh. Wake up, Riz. It's not sleep time yet. Nap time for you. You're not allowed to leave. What the heck? All right. I guess you're sick. I guess I'll allow it. Dang it. Do I want to do that strong room? Not really, but I guess I will. It's there. Although we gotta do that treasure room. Aw, shit! Another one! Thank you for the raid, Mr. Loafburger. How you doing? I'd like to place an order. Can I get a double Loafburger with cheese? How's my day? Pretty good, pretty good. How's your day going? We're doing good. What were y'all getting up to? Bow, bow, bow. Look at all them burgers. Man, those emotes make me hungry. I could go for a good burger right now. It's like the food of the gods. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, you probably see them more than I do, huh? Every time you see your name, you get hungry. Does that name like mean something for you, or was it just like a random thing?
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. How do you summon the Helltide Commanders for Season Journey? So for Helltide Commanders, generally I just run around the Helltide map looking for like the different events, like the orange circles on the map. They generally spawn in those events. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Roaming around finished dungeons, cause why? I don't know. Autopilot. Did I ever get the key to the treasure room? Random name you made in middle school for your gamer tag. Gotcha. Like I always look at usernames and I'm just like, where did that come from? My name's also something that I've had since early high school. And I hate it because everyone calls me Jay, and it's not my name, so it's weird. When you want to do content creation, you were like, hey, that's memorable enough to probably isn't take. Yeah. It's definitely better than mine. Definitely more memorable. Bam, 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 bam. My real name's Rizmaster. We can go with that. Shouldn't you stay at the event to finish the seasonal quest? Wait, did I leave an event? Did I leave an event? I'm so autopilot right now. I think you're gonna make a barb next to try the melted heart. It's supposed to be good now. Melted heart is supposed to be good. Would it be good for a barb? I don't know. I'm not smart when it comes to builds and stuff. Maybe? What up, Nuggets? How you doing? Delayed raid hype? Hell yeah. I'll take it. Makes you immortal? Oh, yeah, I guess so. I'm so used to like that power being like specific to like a Sork. So in my brain, it's just like a Sork thing, but yeah, I guess it makes sense. Gonna go feed the dogs, cook something for yourself as well. Take it easy. Appreciate the raid, and I'll see you around. Pew, 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 pew. She'll know if they don't. She has a sense about it. Uh-huh. If I don't finish this, like, bar thingy, I'm gonna be sad. The last time I did one, I was not paying attention. I didn't even come close. I was like, oh. You never finish? Rip. Oh, I'm moving too fast. Can't click the shit. You gotta pee? I don't know if I'm gonna finish. Just let out a little and let it dry. That's the pro strats. I'm moving so fast right now, I can't find things to click on them. There's no TP in your bathroom? Use your hair. I'm not gonna finish it. Maybe don't use your hair. That's gross. I didn't finish because I was moving too quickly. No TP for bunghole? Apparently. I was that close and I didn't. I'm a failure. I brought shame to my entire family. Actually, I'm okay with that. In hindsight. Pro stratus, always keep empty Gatorade bottle near your desk or a bucket. I hate that you can't teleport out of these. You just gotta get a bucket and leave it under your desk. What for pits can you run with the hammered in? I haven't tried it in a while. The highest I've done was like a 97, but I really haven't been pushing them. So I don't know. Maybe I'll find out here shortly. Just don't fuck the bucket? True. I wouldn't recommend that. Especially if it's metal. Be metal AF? I see what you did there. Wait, I'll give you one of these. Alright, let's just try and send 100. Probably should have used elixirs or something, but it'll be fine, right? I don't know. Oh yeah. I think it's gonna be fine. The last time I came here, a 97 was a struggle, so I guess I've gained some power since I tried. You're running a judgment build, couldn't get the hammers to play like you wanted endgame? You have pure arbiter build from Rob? How's that going? Well, what happened? Did you pee yourself?
Move.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Any hopes of a nap are gone? Why? What happened? You peed yourself, didn't you? Now your bed's wet? Anyways, I just pictured that. Anyways. Rick's neighbor had his friends over. They're all parked on our street blasting music. Ah. House is shaky. That's fun. That kind of shit always drove me nuts. I used to live in an apartment that my neighbors were like that all the time. And I got so angry because that was when I first started working at my current job, and I was working 6 a.m. and stuff. Where do you fight Astaroth and the Amalgam of Rage? So Astaroth and the Amalgam of Rage are in escalated nightmare dungeons. So you have to find an escalated nightmare dungeon sigil to run. You haven't been playing a ton, but it clears T4 mobs pretty quick. We'll have to see how it plays after leveling up Cliffs. Gotcha. Struggle with 105, therefore you consider to change the build, but you don't want to like the 08/15 build. Wait, what does that mean? You wouldn't care if you weren't sick, but also upsetting Sky too? Could you like text Rick and be like, hey, you guys move it? You like crazy builds? Wait, is crazy a person or just crazy as in like crazy? He's not home, but oh, it's his neighbor. Okay, you said that. I read it, but my brain interpreted it as Rick. Just throw something at him. Go run them over with your car. I'm telling you, you just need to come be my neighbor. It'll be fine. I'll kick the dude next door out. You guys can live there. Hell, you do it, I'll pay the first month. And the second? I don't know, that might be tight. Meta builds are okay, but it's, yeah, everyone's using it. Standard, you like crazy stuff, try a lot. Gotcha. Yeah, I wish I was smart enough to make my own builds, but I'm not. My brain's too dumb. I don't have the patience for it. Every season, I start like, hey, I'm going to do my own thing. And sometimes, like, I'll tweak a build a little bit, but I'm just like, eh. Why am I so sleepy today? I don't like it. I need to wake the F up. No yawning? I know. Like, I even took a nap earlier. My body's still just like Riz. Riz. You wish you had a Red Bull? Same. I had one of these earlier, but it's empty now. At least I can still smell it. Smells good. Alright, so 100 wasn't too bad. Healthy essence of caffeine, right? Pretty much. Huff and C4? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. There's a little bit in the can. I could have made a mess just there. I got a couple drips. You built some new stuff, but come back to Rob's builds, but then you modified here and there? Gotcha. .01 milligrams of caffeine right there? Probably. So we need to craft gems and jewelry caches.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Did I just say milligreens? Milligrams. If I did, I didn't mean it. It's possible though. I needed 6. Okay. Your D2 Uber Boss Killer was a Thorns Zealer. Tried to reproduce it, but Zeal does not feel the same. Yeah, like they feel similar but different. Some more than others. I am triple streaming. Yes. I am on TikTok and then the purple and red app as well. Boop, 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 boop. I missed the cache. No, I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
More than horseshoes and nails. What do you need?
What cache? And then 2 grand gems.
Where the stars around your neck.
And we need another diamond, so that's good. We can do that one. Boom, 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 boom. And then we don't need emerald. We do need a ruby. Can we make one more ruby? Oh, yeah. We can make that, probably. Gem fragments, ruby. Oh, yeah. We'll do like 50. I could math it out, but I don't think I need to. Ruby. Boom. Boom. Nailed it. Boom. Alright, so we still gotta hit Paragon 250. Defeat Astaroth. And then 2 more of these and 2 more of these. Okie dokie.
Use it well. There is magic in all things. Let me
So weird not being able to do anything to anything. And I know there's going to be upgrades along the way because like my aspects, like none of them are max. None of them. Even that one, which is sad. But I wasn't going to wait for it. Bow, 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 bow. All right. We're distracted. What did I say about the streaming? Yes. I am triple streaming on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Do, 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 do. Do you think Diablo and Bale are coming back to the game? I think eventually they both will for sure. The question is when. I think after we take care of Mephisto and Lord of Hatred, I definitely think we'll get one or possibly both of them coming back. I personally hope that we get Bale first and they save Diablo for after that. But I definitely think we will get both. What up, Daryl? How you doing? If I have my way, they will save Diablo for the level 100 boss. Doom, 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 doom. Chillin'? Hell yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that. See you grinding the game? Hell yeah. Yeah, this season's fun. This is probably going to be one of those seasons that I level more than one character. I don't know how many I'll do, but you hope Diablo doesn't have breasts this time? I mean, somehow I doubt it, but you never know. It just depends what host Diablo takes, I guess. But like, what if like Diablo, like, is there? I'm sure there's like, in the lore it says what Diablo can use as a host. Could it be another like evil? Like, could Diablo use Mephisto as its host? I don't know. I don't know how that works. Is there even a good rogue build this season? I'm sure there is. I couldn't tell you what it is, though. I haven't played one. Hope we get them after we beat Mephisto. I mean, I feel like we have to, right? Like, there's no way they just end it with the Mephisto fight. I guess, like, what is it? Like Tatamet or whatever is, like, all three of the evils, like, combined or something? It's like a dragon or something? I don't remember. Death Trap? Death Trap's still good? Nice. Butchie? One thing that I think is hilarious, though, is a while back, I was just curious to see, like, so I went to ChatGPT, and I just asked it, hey, pretend you are a game developer at Blizzard, and you're pitching the next 4 expansions. Tell me what they're called, and what we're gonna do in them. And just listening to the shit that it spit out was the wildest. Do you think they'd make a Diablo 5? Yes, I think they will eventually. It'll be a while, but I think so. I think that'll be like 2040, but someday. They need to make rogues better. I feel like rogues have been pretty good. Diablo will never die? True. I feel like the one thing that I'm most excited about for the expansion is the skill tree rework is going to make a lot of, like, just, there's going to be so many different options for the builds that we play. And they're going to be able to do a lot of different stuff with every single skill. Should open up our options a lot. Like, a lot of people have been clamoring for a Demon Hunter. Like, what if they just made it to where, like, a lot of the rogue skills behaved like Demon Hunter skills with the skill tree variants that they give us? It's very possible. Or, like, sorceresses could get wizard stuff from Diablo 3 if you wanted to play that fantasy. I don't know. Could be neat. Spiritborn could get monk-like stuff from Diablo. We just don't know what they're doing yet, but could be cool. Rogue's best build's been Death Trap for like 6 seasons. Probably true. There are many rogue S tier builds. I believe it. Like, I know that the Dance of Knives was pretty solid last season. I know it was good for leveling. I don't know how it was endgame, but I have to assume it was pretty solid. Also, there's a door on the right-hand side here. I've always been intrigued by that. And a door over here, too. Was originally there a plan to where you can choose, like, different ways to go? I don't know. You're on Mobalytics and there's only Death Trap in S tier. Probably on, like, Max Roll or something. I'm not getting any Chaos Waves still. What the helly? Yeah. Diablo took over Leah in 3. I remember. It was funny. A while ago, I was talking about, like, what are the rules about what host he can take over? Like, could he take over a dead person? Could Diablo take over Deckard Cain? I don't know. Bam. He's gonna take over me? He could, maybe. You missed the days when Twisting Blades was the best build with Shadow Imbue, the only time Rogue felt like a Rogue. All the best builds are just being a Ranger class with extra steps. Yeah, oh, there we go. There's a Chaos Wave. I do think that that's like one of the things I'm most excited about this expansion is they're making multiple variants of every single spell. Or at least that's what it looked like from the video pan thing that we saw. So hopefully it's cool. What up, Dutch? How you doing? We are definitely taking that. I do hope that we get more info soon. And you know what I'm thinking? We saw that February thing on the roadmap that was all weird, and people are speculating all kinds of different stuff about it. I think that might just be when we're going to get the reveal for more information about the expansion. Like, time-wise, that kind of makes sense, right? What's up, is it Jope? I think I asked before. They need more dagger-focused builds? Yeah, I mean, Dance of Knives is pretty cool. Thank you for the rose. Been in the car for the last 3 hours? Are you just chilling or are you driving somewhere? Free Prankster Mythic and Treasure Goblin runs. Oh boy. Think we're gonna get the character trailer in February? That's possible. That would make sense. Like the reveal, but not the release. Hammer's so fun. Yeah, I'm loving the hammer build. The Meteoric Hellborn, sure. Yeah, it could be when they drop the new class and then a bunch more details about all the other features that are coming and stuff. Explain more about the skill tree rework and about the war plans and all that stuff. I'm on softcore. I am starting a hardcore character soon. Well, I already started it, but it's like level 15 or whatever. What are the white bars flying over me? Those are my hammers. White bars. White bars. Yeah, are you talking about my hammers or something else? Diablo will open portals to other Blizzard IP. What is this? Heroes of the Storm? Not those? Can't bring myself to raise it past expert on a hardcore. I don't raise it too high while I'm leveling, but then once I'm endgame, it gets easier for sure. There was something else. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. We all agree Amazon would be great at? I think Amazon would be great. I just don't see it happening with this expansion because we already have 2 dexterity classes. There would just be too much overlap. But I do think they would be cool eventually. You're not hitting Torment on hardcore. Balls too small. Nice. Nice. Want them to bring back the Necros Poison Nova, although Poison has been... Yeah, so the fact that not even Andariel got Poison Nova makes me think that's probably not going to happen, but that would be sick. Like, I don't love the Necro in this game. I like D2 Necro so much more. We go in pink mode. Amazons are exclusively female. Yeah, I made a video about that. Like, there is another faction of warriors that are... like related to the Amazons that people made a claim like it could work, but by lore they don't leave the Scovos Isles, so I don't know that they would be playable. I can never remember what they were called though. Like the Ravens or something, like the Death Ravens, or I don't remember. You got a 4G8 Andorial Visage. Too bad it's useless. Is it? That's too bad. Zoop. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be an Amazon. For now, I'm still sticking with my Oracle theory, although I wouldn't be mad if it was just something completely brand new that has no tie in the lore. Like, similar to, like, Spiritborn. Like, what the fuck is a Spiritborn? Was what I said when that first got leaked. I'm like, there's no way it's going to be a Spiritborn. What the hell does that mean? We know what a rogue is. We know what a barb is. What the fuck's a Spiritborn? I was wrong. But once they explained it, now we know what it is. So it makes sense. You don't feel like Amazon's going to be terribly unique from what we have? Exactly. It's way too much overlap with the rogue. Give us Chicken Witch Doctor back. Do we need another minion build, though? I don't know. Can you see my inventory? Yeah? Is it pretty? My equipment? Yeah, give me a second. Let me finish this. Sounds like the Amazons in Greek mythos where they never leave Thymiscira? I'm sure I butchered that, but Thymiscira? I don't know. Zoop. Words are hard. Alright, so I'll go through it. I'll just kind of hover over these. Go through it kind of quick. Boop. 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 The Mescura? Sure. Boop. 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 It won't be, but Witch Doctor hype? Maybe someday. Maybe someday. But I don't think that day is April 28th. Boop. Is this Paladin? Sure is. Oh, I was 3 shy to open that. That's fine. That's fine. I'm kind of happy they brought Neath Iron back. Basically, if you have a legendary tier equipment, it's like the endgame equipment for a lot of slots. D4 better than PoE 2. I really enjoy both games, but right now I'm having more fun in D4. That said, I'm leveling a druid also, and I am having fun with that too. But the fact that we didn't really get much in the endgame for PoE, I'm not like super excited to rush back to get to the same endgame that we've had. Something darker demon theme would be dope. A lot of people have been asking for that. Maybe. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. But yeah, I put out a video on my YouTube about what my thought is for the next class. If you care to watch, but who knows? In Diablo Immortal, your pets pick up everything but globes and legendary items. I mean, in this game, they pick up a lot. They don't pick up everything, but they pick up a lot. Yeah, for the Diablo 4 PoE question, this is my response.
Shampoo is better. I go on first and clean the hair. Conditioner is better. I leave the hair silky and smooth. Oh, really, fool? Really? Stop looking at me, Swan.
Anyway. I like both games. I think they're both fun. Play what you enjoy. They're both good, though. Think the last Epoch reference is even funnier now? I feel like most people probably don't even notice that, but yeah. How's the D4 going? It's great. This season's really fun. Isn't the rogue like the demon hunter? I think they should have made 2 classes out of the rogue: a melee dagger rogue and a ranged bows crossbows. Yeah, that's. I feel like they were trying to cover more ground with the rogue, because like the rogue feels a lot like the assassin from Diablo 2 mixed with the demon hunter from Diablo 3, and then bringing back the legacy of the rogue from Diablo 1. Do I have any guesses on the secret class? I made a whole video about it if you want to see what my guess is, but I think it's the Oracle, but it could be anything. No Rest for the Wicked is an O'Doyle off screen. O'Doyle rules. Also, it's Nudie Magazine Day. What kind of spells would an oracle use? So that's hard to say for sure, right? It's kind of a weird one, but I definitely could see them play sort of like a chronomancer in PoE 2, or possibly a little bit of like a mage in WoW, to where it has like time manipulation stuff and like it uses the power of foresight however they want to. Like it really just depends on what role they want to use it to fill. If you didn't get Vessel of Hatred, can you still jump into the game recently? Yes. You can still play the season. You will not have all of the features. You won't be able to use mercenaries. You won't have runes or rune words. You won't be able to go to Nahantu. You won't be able to play the Spiritborn. But you can do most of the content. You won't be able to get quite as many skill points because a couple of them are locked to the new region. Arcane Time Space Sorcerer. Kinda. Yeah, I don't know exactly, but something like that. But yeah, but also, if you don't have Vessel of Hatred, if you do pick up Lord of Hatred, the next expansion, you do get both of them for free. You know, we still don't have a true spear user. That's true. I just feel like right now, the big gap is in the willpower stat, because we have two classes that fill all the other roles. So something that uses willpower makes sense. And that could mean a lot of things, but if we get Lord of Hatred, we get Vessel with it? Yes. Yep. For free. I thought they were just going to end up rolling Vessel into the base game, but meh, you buy the base game, you buy like an expansion pack and you get them all. I don't know what's going to happen if another expansion comes out. Are you going to get both of them free? Or are they eventually going to roll Vessel into the base game and then you get Lord for free with the next one? I don't know. Assuming we get another one. I feel like we will, since this is just going to be Mephisto. Unless we get Mephisto and Diablo in this expansion. Who knows? It would be cool to get a wizard back. I feel like the chances of getting a wizard on top of the Sorc this early in the game's life cycle is very unlikely. What I think is more realistic is to get wizard spells as variants for the sorcerer skills. Like for example, instead of like ball lightning or whatever, we get like black hole. Like it's like a variant to it. D4 battle chest, something like that. I hope that we got a collector's box for the base game. When Vessel of Hatred came out, we did not get a collector's box. I hope when Lord of Hatred comes out, we get a collector's box that has Vessel of Hatred and Lord of Hatred. It's like the Mephisto saga. I think that'd be sick. You were hoping for an Amazon-like character, maybe not the Amazon, but similar on the polearm javelins. It's possible. Who knows? Like, honestly, they're in a point where they could do literally anything. We just gotta kind of wait and see. But thank you for the rose. The witch has been talked about a lot. I feel like the chance of getting a witch is also very low because that's basically a Necro Sorc hybrid. But again, no idea. Could be anything. Why do I have all this junk? I just started throwing stuff in here, and I don't need most of this. We'll keep the Ancestrals just cuz, but I forgot I even had these. Am I missing any? Yeah, who knows? Like they could do whatever. Like what I assume it's going to be a class that fits whatever the story they're telling. So you played a bit of D2R today just to take a break from the overwhelming amount of loot on D4. I mean, I feel like we always got as much loot in D2 as maybe not early game, but like you get a lot of loot in D2. But in D2, your brain automatically like knows what is like worth picking up and what's not, just because like all the years of playing it. Yeah, this is Coheed. Yep. Hoping for a ranged magic class with dark magic. Yeah, like a lot of people are saying stuff like that. I just don't see another magic class happening with 2 int classes already. But maybe. You're most excited for the loot filter? Loot filter, yeah, the loot filter and the new skill trees. The Herodric Cube, I'm very excited about because I love crafting in these kind of games. And I really want to know more about the talisman system and the war plans. And the echoing, whatever it's called. Like, there's so many things. Maybe, but you're also not getting 5 instances of 4 million gold off one group. That is true. That is true. The last 2 classes they released were both melee. Yeah, but they filled very different roles. Like, we have one that's like a dex-based, like melee fighter, and one that's like a holy sword and board class. They're very, like, one's strength-based, one's dex-based. And now we only have one willpower-based class. They're not bringing Kanai's Cube back. They're bringing their Herodric Cube back from Diablo 2. They're similar, but they're different. They should make a heal-only class. I don't think there will ever be a heal-only class in Diablo because such a small portion of the player base plays in groups. What's the difference? There's not a huge difference, but like the Herodric Cube, like you put in like items and like it didn't explicitly tell you what all the recipes were, like in a tab that you just click and like it automatically adds like these recipes to modify your gear. It's like you were putting things in and clicking a button to like transmute them into other things. There was a lot of overlap, but like the Kanai's Cube had like the 3 passive slots on it and a bunch of like up, I don't know. It's like it's similar, but it's different. But the item is called the Herodric Cube in D4. Almost non-existent need for a pure healer, right? Like if they want to do a hybrid healer, like if they gave Paladin like a Holy Light that like I think Holy Bolt does heal allies and damages monsters. I think. It does not. Does it with one of the power-ups? It should. It should, but it doesn't. You wonder if they will do the 3 passives thing with it. I doubt it, but maybe. I feel like that's basically what legendary aspects already are. You haven't played since Season 4, you just got back in and you're rusty. The game is so different since Season 4. That was a cool part of D3, but that I feel like that evolved into what the aspect system is now, the Codex of Power. Like, we basically just put whatever we want on the gear. The Paladin's so good. The Paladin's great so far, yeah. But yeah, we have no idea, but I can't wait to find out more about the systems that they're going to be adding. Like, all of the systems. Like, we basically got a word, a 3-second clip, and that's all we know. Came back in this week, haven't played since launch, damn near new game. Yeah. Are you loving it, JP? So, okay, if you haven't played it since the beginning, how did you feel then, and how do you feel now? I'm very curious. When's the cow level coming back? Hopefully soon. Yes and no. It was more like having 3 extra items. Kinda. So, I mean, that could be what the talisman system is too, though, because we're getting set bonuses via the talisman, which is like 6 slots plus like a center slot. We don't know exactly how that's gonna work, but that could essentially be the same kind of thing. We have no idea what that's gonna look like. Think recipes will become a thing. So, okay, let's go. Where do I have it? Hold on. I gotta find it. I'm gonna find it. I have a thingy. We're gonna pause the music. We're gonna go through this. Anytime that it comes to talking about the expansion, Riz lights up like a kid on Christmas morning. Where is it? I know I have it somewhere. There it is. All right. So all the new features that are coming.
Is my doing. You think you've lost everything.
So yeah, I think recipes will be coming back with the Herodric Cube. The big question is it going to be like Kanai's Cube, where there's a tab that we can pop open that shows all the recipes and exactly what we need, and it just like auto fills it? Or is it going to be like the Herodric Cube, where they don't tell us how the recipes work? We just kind of have to figure it out by experimenting. I think that would be super cool. Anyways, I feel like there were a lot of things in Diablo 3 that could be brought forward that would benefit the game immensely. I actually made a video about that like 2 years ago. Specifically, the Caldesan's Despair, the thing that lets you augment your gear in Diablo 3. They could basically do the same thing, but instead of legendary gems, we're using glyphs that we level up to power up our armor that way. Okay, so this is a new area with a new boss, probably. This already, I made a video about this last night. So initially when I saw this shot, this is the Isle of Scovos. This is the new area we're going to. Also, what is this dude wearing over here? Hold on. He's got like some kind of like reptilian shoulder thing going on over here. That's interesting. I never noticed that before. But like when I saw this, I saw, okay, this sorceress is doing incinerate, and we can see the 3 beams here. This sorceress I always thought was doing chain lightning. It's not, though. It's very much a lightning incinerate, which is cool. That's going to be one of the ways we're going to be able to modify it, probably. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Let's see. Is there anything else worth noting here? Probably not. You like cul-de-sacs? Maybe we'll get legendary gems at some point. You missed those. You know, glyphs are kind of like that. Yeah, glyphs are basically the legendary gem of this game for sure. You're wondering if they're going to need the paladin next season because it's extremely overtuned. Oh, I think they're gonna. You mean nerf? Yeah. I think they'll probably nerf the castle node. I think they'll either cap it or change the multiplier. But beyond that, I think it's pretty okay. I think with that one nerf alone, it would probably put it more in line with the rest of the classes. But we'll see. Who knows? Okay, so that's the Spearborn thing. That's nothing new. This is got to be a new boss. Probably a new campaign boss. Nerfs? Probably. We don't know for sure though. To be honest, Lightning Incinerate sounds worse than current Crackling Energy builds. I mean, they're changing the entire skill tree. So, like, with the current existing thing, maybe. But if they revamp everything and give us a bunch of choices for every skill, it could be super cool. Who knows? Like, what if it was a Lightning Incinerate that also could chain to multiple enemies? That could be neat. I don't know. Just spitballing. When will this happen? The nerfs? The nerfs, I'm theorizing if they're going to nerf, probably either when the tower comes out, which I believe is January 9th, or when Season 12 comes out. But nothing's announced. This is just speculation. Crackling Energy Sork this season's not even close to the lowest Paladin build? Huh. Is it not even close? I don't know. I've only played Paladin this season, but I assumed it was at least decent. In the Shadow of Hatred. So, okay, this guy, people have been talking about who they think this is. This, to me, looks like Skarn from Diablo Immortal, which I don't know how I feel about it. If it's not him, he's at least got to be related. 17 minutes till the next world boss. Nice. And then this is the Paladin with the mystery class in the background, probably. I'm curious if that's actually what the class is going to look like, or if that's just to throw us off. They just put something back there. Don't know. You hope the new revamp makes builds feel fresh again, because right now builds are so dry. I think that's it seems like that's one of their main focuses. It has to be. Like they show it multiple times in this trailer. Like they got to be excited about it. Like they know it's a problem with the game. They've already done interviews talking about it. Like 6 months ago, they did an interview talking about it. Leaderboards are going to be kind of ass just because people are get lucky having Shaco. Yeah, I feel like it was kind of a bummer they didn't launch the tower with the season, because people are already going to be super geared out. I think that when the tower is going to be the most fun is at the very start of a season. But if it's out at the start of season 12, that'll be exciting. I'm realizing this is the character selection screen. I recognize the background. So, wait, are they bringing back the campfire? They might bring back the campfire. I know because he's like kind of illuminated as if he's standing in front of a campfire, and they talked about wanting to bring that back. Tower needs self-found mode. They did confirm they are doing an SSF mode. We just don't know when yet. Okay, so anything here? This is just Paladin gameplay. It doesn't look like anything super new. Still haven't got a mythic sank on anything yet. I got one of them on my pants. So yeah, that's Scovos. We see a bunch of statues. It's got like Lilith head stuff, but like crazy looking spear thing. I don't know. Is that supposed to be Lilith and what's his face? Feels like it is, but what is she wearing? What is his name? Why am I drawing a blank on his name? You want 5 Shakos on your gear? Get it. Have I gotten the Goblin Nightmare Dungeon? I've done it twice now, yeah. Inarius, thank you. I'm like, I know his name. So this is where Riz got excited. That is the Herodric Cube. I don't know why it's opening like that. But, so here you see these little things flying into it. Those are runes. I don't know if they're new ones or if they're existing ones. But probably putting a weapon into the cube with runes does something to it. We don't know what yet. So runes are going to be more meaningful, probably. Would that make me immortal? Is there a cap on damage resist? I mean, there is. I don't know exactly how it works, though. I'm not very mathy, but I'm sure there is some kind of math to like a cap. You're excited to see the druid rework? Yeah, like what if the druid spells, if you choose a certain one, you shapeshift into different animals to do different abilities? Probably not, but it's possible. Who knows? You did 6 prankster dungeons earlier, 40 mythic sanctification, no upgrades to what you have. Very sad. You liked running for chaos armor, upgrades better. Really? I like both systems. I like sanctification better, but in my I'm just picturing a future where we have a version of chaos armor. Maybe not as strong, maybe only one of them or whatever, and then we have a version of sanctification that's maybe not as powerful, maybe it has more bricking potential, but both of those systems are systems that you can interact with, but they don't feel mandatory either. I think it could be cool. Did they show anything about set items in the trailer? We'll get to that. It's not set items, well, not set items in the way that we know it. It's not set armor or weapons. It's like basically set small charms from Diablo 2. Duh, Diablo. Maybe they can rework the druid to look better, maybe. So this is the skill tree revamp. And so like we can see how all of the skills, I talked about this earlier, like every skill has at least 3 main branches. Some of them have 4. And then there's also 2 side options that you get to pick between one of 2 options. And each skill you get to pick, so 1 from here, 1 from here, 1 from here. So you get 3 options per skill. Plus the main one can level up 12 times. And then Familiar has 4 branches there. So we know they can have at least 4. I don't know if they can have more than that. And then we see how it modifies this to turn it from lightning into fire, which is cool. So this is the talisman. This is where our set items are going to come into play. So there's 6 slots around the outside and 1 center slot. It looks like the bottom left one is not unlocked in this example, which is interesting. So they throw in 5 things on the outside and 1 thing in the middle, and those look kind of like small charms from Diablo 2. Not exactly, but kind of, sorta. But we have no idea what it's gonna look like, how it's gonna function. The talisman system was a concept they had for Diablo 3 that they ended up scrapping. There's concept art online if you look for it, but I'm guessing it's gonna be an evolution of that system. Yeah, that new endgame stuff. So this is war plans. We don't know exactly how it's going to work, but it kind of looks like a light version of the Atlas tree from PoE. Probably. And then the new endgame mode right here, the Echoing Hatred, which I'm hoping it's not just Echoing Nightmares from Diablo 3. Had like a similar idea where you're in a room and there's just enemies spawning on you, and there's like certain pillars or shrines that you can click on. Once you use them, they're gone, and like you just try to last as long as you can. This could be like that, but I also, because of the way that everything is coming in from like the outskirts towards you, it could almost be like a Vampire Survivors mode, which would be super cool. I don't know if it's going to be that, but that's what my heart wants because I love those kind of games. Being able to change elements on spells, insane for Sorks. Yep. And then, yeah, this looks like a new boss. This reminds me of Thaddeus from World of Warcraft. And then we got Mephisto in demon form.
For hell is
Paladin slaps. Yeah, Paladin's great.
coming.
He just looks so cool. Like, I love the design for him. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Pre-purchase now and instantly unlock the
April cannot get here soon enough. Record this so I have a YouTube video. I mean, I've already made a video on it. Mephisto looks better. Mephisto looks so cool. Although I might make a video talking about the like the cube stuff and the talisman stuff. Diablo confirmed. Diablo is not confirmed yet. We have Mephisto in this expansion. We're finally fighting Mephisto in true Mephisto form. Mephisto's always been your favorite boss design in Diablo games? Same. You said mystery class? Yeah, so they gave us the Paladin as the pre-order bonus, but they did confirm a second class is also coming. They just haven't said what it is yet. And I have a whole video talking about what I think it's going to be, but I'm just guessing like anybody else. You're ready for Mephisto's brother so you can send his whole family back to hell? Mephisto rules! How's Necro doing? Necro is my least favorite class, and it's the only one I never want to play. So I don't know. I hope someday they do something that makes me excited to play that class, but so far I just have not been able to get into them at all. What they need to add is a striker class with gauntlets. That sounds a lot like rogue to me, though. Like a rogue with a fist weapon. I don't know. It could be cool. I just think it's too soon for that. But who knows? It could be anything. Like, I really just think the Paladin was fan service. The other one's got to be tied to whatever story they're telling. Another minion class? Make 3 minion classes? I don't know. How about Barb? You thought the weapon swapping feature was interesting? I do love Barb. I haven't played one this season because I've been all about Paladin, but I do love Barb. Now the question is, if you own the expansion, does it come with the expansion or is it going to be paid? The new expansion is paid, but if you don't have Vessel of Hatred and you buy Lord of Hatred, you get Vessel of Hatred for free. But yeah, their expansions are always going to be paid. A fillet of minion class? What does that mean? But yeah, the expansion's $40, and if they go at the same rate that they're going, it's like a year and a half. Like Vessel of Hatred's gonna have been around for a year and a half when the new one comes out. So effectively, you're paying $2.22 a month. Oh, the other class. Oh, the class will come with the expansion. It is not going to be a separate payment. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, the class is definitely part. So it's basically when you buy the expansion, one class comes with the expansion. The Paladin's the pre-order bonus. They both will be out though. You bought the first one. They should give you this DLC. It's not fair. I mean, you're so used to getting hurt that way. Yeah, I mean, it's possible in the future they might sell a standalone class, but the new class is coming as an expansion feature. You love Paladin zaps all bosses? Hell yeah. I do wish that they at least gave us the option to buy the expansion with platinum that we had saved up, but it doesn't seem like that's an option. I didn't see a way to do it, but that would have been cool. But yeah, I cannot wait for this. That said, I think I am going to call it here for the night, and I will be back tomorrow. I hope you all have a great night. I'm going to find somebody to raid on the purple side, but otherwise, I'll see you guys soon. Later!